forgot what was on what screen. Right. I have been going and getting that asset rework that I said I was doing. That was kind of, I guess we could have a look at that now. So I've got a new template going, versus... I'm pretty sure I have the old template. Is this the old template? Yeah, this is the old template. Which you might argue, like, this looks pretty much the same. And it's because it pretty much is. It's just tweaked up, cleaned up, and new expectations kind of put on it. But that's just the general idea. And this one, ironically enough, yeah, I thought I nailed it with Aura's run. So I made that the default run. So there's gonna be characters putting their arms behind them more, and it looks a little bit better. While I leave that, I just need to fix something. Save changes. Move that there. That should have reloaded that. Hey, that reloaded that for me. Cool. But yeah, so it's still in the works. I'm still trying to find a bit more of a uniquer styling to it, because I still think at the moment the style being so similar to holocure is still bugging me. However, there's limited stuff you can do with pixel art. Also, I will not deny in the slightest, when you look at these individual frames, they look so fucking mangled, man. It's so hard to get a gauge of how this looks, because like this leg here looks so fucked up. It just, like, the way it comes out does not look right, but like in flow, you don't notice that really. Like, even me that knows what to be looking for, I don't actually notice it that much because the motion's fast enough. And it's kind of the idea that you need to keep with for it. But I'm still not happy with a lot of it. So it's, again, work in progress. Oh. I'm hoping though that, because I was hoping to have that done last week, but just time didn't end up working for me. I'm hoping to have that done this week and have some characters shifted over to the new style, so we can start implementing that and start moving forward. And I can start working on animations again, the particle effects for the weapons and stuff. Now, where did we leave these off last time? I think there's like a few more left to do, right? Yeah, so we've got Hanabi, Sledgeover, and Yarnball to fix the new system. Okay. Easy enough. But yeah, as you can kind of tell from this stuff though, yeah, I do a lot of the work. A lot of work off screen for these, because it is basically all I do in my spare time. It's like, and to be fair though, I have been watching a lot of anime since the weekend, and that's because the season ends, so I do my big binge of all of the series as much as I can. This is a habit I've had for a very long time, because I don't like watching as it comes out. I like watching like all at once, getting this full story contained. Finish watching, what did I finish watching? The God's Games We Play or something like that, I think was what it's called, last night. As well as I watched through all of Remonster last night, which that was fun. Remonster seemed interesting. It's definitely like kind of a modern take on like a slightly more refined take of what like Tensura did, which is interesting. And I actually think it did like the fan service better than Tensura did. Like, I was actually genuinely quite surprised. I will definitely say that it felt very fast paced, and like the progression of the story was very, very quick, but that kind of was the point. So to anyone that might not know, Remonster is like, it's again like Slime Datakin. I was reincarnated as a slime or whatever the English name is. I just, again, Tensura. Where instead of a slime, he is reincarnated as a goblin. And it's interesting. Hey, Pretzel. It's interesting purely because like he kind of has the same bullshit of if I eat something I gain the power, but basically he came from a cyberpunk world and he had that power before he got reincarnated, so he just keeps that power, which just led to a really weird and interesting concept to me. I'm not gonna lie, this one's actually made me more interested in his previous life, and it's kind of hinted at that there's little fragments that are leaking in, right? And I found that interesting. Not on Twitch? Should be. Am I not? Did it not fucking latch correctly? Am I way too close to the mic? Sorry. To be fair, I've also got that up a little bit more, so there we go. No, it didn't latch. Okay, that's actually really annoying. I didn't double check it. Oh well. No stream on Twitch today, I guess, because I'm not gonna reset up the stream. I am not engaged enough to have to go through all of that issue. That's annoying. I'm normally pretty good about fixing that. Because to give an idea of one of the issues with that is, so I run through Restream, and when I run through Restream, there's a couple of issues with, because I stream from Streamlabs. So what I need to do is I need to basically link to YouTube and then link to Restream to stream and overwrite the YouTube stream. And to do that, every time I have to disable Restream streaming and then re-enable it in my client, and then make sure I've got everything attributed. I guess I just didn't today, and that's what it is. Because if it doesn't link correctly to Restream, then it just fails. It doesn't tell me it failed. I only find out after the stream is live, and it's a little frustrating for that. Yeah, as simple as that. It's a frustrating little way of handling it all. Doesn't mean I can do it, but yeah, if something goes wrong, it's kind of hard for me to fix something about it quickly. But yeah, the audio should be a bit better now. It's because like I'm normally this close to the microphone, is the thing. Because my rule of thumb is I mean I can't go any closer than the pop filter, and I typically do lean into my pop filter a lot. But yeah, it should be a bit better, is because I can see the levels off to the side and it doesn't look too bad. Because a good rule of thumb is that it goes into red from time to time, is when you know you're actually doing correct, but not permanently red, just red when like you're very heavily speaking. I don't know, specific tonals. Hovering in the end of yellow and early red is where you want to be, because anything higher is peak. And if you peak, then it sounds awful. But yeah, I just had my gain, yeah, my mic gain quite high up, so to fix something the other day. So that might have been it. But yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry about the Twitch stream though. Again, can't do much about it at the post stream, because to give an idea if I want to fix it at this point, do you know how I have to fix it? I have to restart my stream, which means I have to make a new stream, delete this current stream, and go from ground up basically. I'm not bothering, because that's why there's 3 streams at one point for Star Rail, because that was me starting with Twitch, me having an issue, having to restart, still having issues, and then just deciding to give up on streaming with Twitch when I'm playing games. Because, yeah, it's a frustrating experience. Ah, well though. I mean, to be fair, Twitch is like pretty low priority for me still. It's a thing that I'll do, but if I miss it, so be it. I just prefer not to miss it because consistency is good. Though I don't know how Twitch is with consistency rulings, because the reason why consistency matters so much on YouTube is because it has an algorithm to push stuff. I don't know how Twitch is with that, because I assume just the partner program is their algorithm. Okay, I was going to, with this, we're going to test out working on the pathing movement for weapons. So we need to write in a system for pathing. So we're going to have to make a state for weapons. Don't we kind of already have a state? So I believe we're going to probably be removing screen edge for pathing, because I don't think there's any weapon I can think of that's going to go off screen that isn't just going to have a pathing to it. So remove type default screen edge, really? I have it as default screen edge, okay. Okay, so we change screen edge out for pathed. And then I'm gonna have to do some stuff with the weapon now itself. And I'm gonna have to use, remove type pathed. We're gonna have to change the default from path now to duration, probably. And then what do we need for pathing? It would be, is it under this? Did I have the stuff there? Target like this. So it is remove path target. Okay. Yeah, trying to think what I'm gonna watch for anime tonight, because I'm gonna watch another anime. Probably just like the level 2 Karachi Data. Just some generic shitty shit. Because I'm sure that's finished. I know Mushoku says that's finished its season finally, and I think I talked about this yesterday, but like I've been looking forward to watching all season 2, so that is definitely on my list of things to potentially get my dip my toes into at some point. But that's a 24 episode, so I kind of want to leave that to the weekend. Same with Dungeon Meshi, right? So that's 24 episodes. Kind of wanna wait till a weekend or something like that where I can just binge all of it. Though I don't know how feasible that is this coming weekend, because I think my mate is turning up, so I'm gonna potentially be hanging out with him. Oh. Okay, so how do I want to handle the targeting? So the big thing to remember is that it's technically the controller enemy that's doing the movement, right? So we need to check. Yeah, so we're gonna have to check for something like that. Step event. Oops. At type per second, blah 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 blah. A lot of this is the movement functionality, right? Yeah. So let's have if we move type equals remove type dot past. Do that. And then I'm assuming, is it code in here? How do I do it? Oh, for God's sakes, I need to... I don't know what I'm doing that's doing this. Is it clicking there? No? Okay, I don't know. Okay, so this here is what we're checking for. Okay. Sorry, I'm very much kind of like thinking things over here and seeing how I want to approach this. Because target's also not what we've used, right? We've used remove path target. Also, yeah, so if anyone's wondering what this buffer here is, pure and simply, a rule of thumb is that with a lot of these objects and stuff like that, they're never actually going to truly hit the exact number. This buffer could probably be pulled down, but what it is doing is just basically going, hey, you're basically at the spot we told you to be. Nice. And 5 is 5 pixels. So I think that's not too bad of a thing to have. Sorry, I'm also just checking the weather quickly because I want to make sure. Oh, fucking, it's just still raining. Is it gonna be raining tomorrow? Yeah, it's a chance of rain. That's irritating. It doesn't look like it will rain. There's a chance of it, but not very high. Okay. It's just very, very cold tomorrow is the problem. I just want to get my fucking bed sheets washed and shit. I hope that's understandable. So we've removed type path. Now we need to guarantee that there is a thing. So let's have a little safety net here. Just in case I forget to do something. It's better to create something. To catch my own errors than to... have an error that... I mean, it's easily trackable, mind you, but... nice simple error catch, that is. It's something that I've found I'm doing a lot more now, is these sorts of like just quick error checks. And it's just becoming more and more habitual for it. Which I'm wondering how good that is, right? Because like, there's an argument to be made, oh, that's a good thing, that's a bad thing. I'm not sure, again, very much on that independent side when it comes to programming. Which reminds me, I need to do my email at some point about that. Have you all heard? Now it's no longer gay month across the world, so I can just go back to being normal gay instead of like special gay. It's great. Okay, there we go. Is there anything else I feel like I need to add here? Cleanup is already got a function catcher. There's one thing I can think of potentially, but I'd need to add a func type. Oh, for God's sakes. Why does it do that? I actually genuinely don't understand if I'm clicking something weirdly or what. On cleanup, on pathed, whoops, on pathed. And then I'm going to go to cleanup, and we're going to basically yoink this bit of code. And instead of on cleanup, it is on path. So this is in case I want to have an event specifically for when it has finished its path distance. This is very, very useful for something like Hanabi, which now we can make the explosion for it on path as a function. Now this does beg the question of if we should have this instance destroyed and instead have the function on path handle that, and I think that's the correct approach. Does mean that we have to ensure that we always add that. However, I think that's just correct, right? So let's add a little tiny note on the controller main. Need to add instance destroy. Oops. To func if necessary. That's not how you spell necessary. How do you spell necessary? I can't even remember. My brain is completely out of it nowadays. Necessary. There we go. Where did I get the I from? I swear I'm literate. Better with numbers than I am with English, okay? Even though a large portion of my degree was around linguistics and English, so, you know, maybe that's a concern. Would you believe I was gearing up to be an English teacher? Yikes. Okay. Because, so yeah, this way we can probably just have the Hanabi be one object the whole time. Which is probably best. Okay. For democracy or for the emperor? Oh god. One of those is gonna get you in debt, and one of them you can't even play because you're in the wrong region. Even in debt, I still serve. I still love Warhammer. Warhammer's such a cool concept, but it's just, again, it's nearly impossible to get involved with. I would definitely need someone to hold my hand with that shit, because like I love some of the stuff I've been told and some of the like random tidbit information I have. The fact that like isn't, if I recall correctly, the only reason like the Emperor is fucking immortal is because the orcs think he is. Well, it's a fan theory actually, I'm pretty sure, but point is that it's pretty valid. Orc stories are like genuinely one of the reasons why I love that shit. I don't know if I'd play the orcs, but I don't know. What would I play? Now I'm thinking about this. What factions are there in Warhammer 40k? Come on. There we go. The armies. I'm now interested. Didn't Bricky do like some stuff around this at one point? That was what Mataro fucking reacted to, and those two became friends. Okay, so I'm assuming this is the human stuff? No. So we've got the Space Marines, the armies of the Imperium, the Forces of Chaos, and the Xenos threat. Alright. And then I'm... Oh, okay, so this is the sub-factions? Black Templars... Blood Angels, I know about these dudes. It's kind of hard not to. Don't know too much about the Dark Angels. I do know that it's is it a Juggernaut? Dreadnought, right? Don't know shit about these dudes. These just look like Templars. Why has that man got a book on his back and then a shotgun on his wrist? Okay, that's some religion I could get behind. Okay, and then you've got the armies of the Imperium, which they also look like humans. Adeptus Soratus, Adeptus Custodius, Adeptus Mechanicus, and Astra. Okay. These dudes look pretty fucking generic. Alright, then the Forces of Chaos. These guys I know a little bit about. Chaos, Space Marines. Death Guard. Okay. 1,000 Suns. Are these wizards? Space wizards? Ooh. Chaos, World Eaters. Oh my god, is this the dudes that go for corn? Corn. Blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Corn, corn. Okay. I know about them. Fuck, alright. He's dude in the back here. Me after I eat too much. No further. Oh, so these are just straight up like demonic creatures. Oh yeah, no, these are just like... Hey yo, it's Sargeras. Hey yo, why is he hot? I mean, what? Xeno's threat. Now splintered people with only fragments of their form of power. Okay, these just don't look interesting to me. Sadistic Reavers. Okay. Who fed off the anguish and suffering of their victims. Ever hungry for slaves, spoils, and entertainment. They don't look that interesting to me either. Tyranids, yee. Now this is the, like, even me who doesn't know jack shit about Warhammer 40k, I like the shit out of the Tyranids because I always like this shit. You either give me fleets or swarm enemies. That's the shit that I like. Which you can understand why, like, I play Protoss and Zerg a shitload in StarCraft. Specifically, Protoss and StarCraft 2. Protoss and StarCraft 1 was a little less interesting to me. Terrans have invaded the galaxy, blah blah blah. They look cool as fuck. Like, look at this dude. Look at this dude. I remember seeing this, like something like this in a shop once, and like actually that was pretty much the moment I found out about Warhammer 40k. And it looks cool as shit. Bro's got another arm, nice. Bro's got another arm. They're alright. Don't see anything hugely cool. Yo, is these dwarves? These ones look like dwarves. Oh, they're clone grown? Hey, yo, is the fucking, Sontara. Anyone that understands that reference. Sontara. Sontara. Not too bad. Kind of looks cool. Necrons. Aren't these, like, basically undead mech? Of living Middle March, blah blah blah. We're in the galaxy. Yeah, so these are like undead mechas stuff. Oh my god, this dude alone has actually just about sold me on the faction. This looks cool as fuck. How do you mix mecha and eldritch and it come out this fucking cool? That's so cool. Then the orcs, which, yeah, we were talking about them earlier. They're great. Look at this fucking dude. I love him. And then the Tau. Battle suits and alien auxiliaries. Okay. These look kind of, I mean, this dude looks kind of cool. This dude does not. This dude looks kind of generic. This looks cool. Choose your army. Look for a way to begin your journey into Warhammer without one of our starter sets. Take a quiz. Oh, I kind of want to take this quiz. Okay. I like a versatile army that can take on anything it faces. I prefer a deliberate, calculated army that controls the flow of battle. I want synergistic army with elite units that each have their own specialization. I want to rush in with yeah, fucking. How do you prefer to attack your enemy? Destroy, destroy, destroy. The more damage, the better. Precise, calculated strikes, or apply relentless pressure. Never give the enemy time to react. That sounds kind of fun. What motivates you? I want to plunge the... Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Chaos demons. Apparently I'm a chaos demon liker. Chaos demon enjoyer. Okay, let's see if we can find the Tyranids. The human imperium is an oppressive blah 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 blah. L5. I'll destroy it. Fuck yeah. Rise up from below, paving the way for you. Okay, so neither of these look like... How do you get Tyranids from this quiz? I feel like it's gotta be something from this. But like... Must devour, there you go. Yeah, that's the Tyranids. Okay. I've had my fun with this. Again, I have no idea. Warhammer 40k is a cool concept though to me. It's just... Bro, when your like mini sets are... How much again? Warhammer 40k. Okay, so fuck now. Let's look for a starter kit. Okay, a starter set is $165. I'm sorry, you can just really fuck right off of that. Like, again, my immediate problem with that is it's the same with like most board games in New Zealand. Sorry, cat's got his nose fucking need blowing. But yeah, like, so board games in New Zealand suffer from the shipping problem that it kind of exists, specifically for goods like that. So ironically enough, games aren't as expensive. It's just normally like they have to go through customs and stuff. For board games, normally because they're much more fragile and larger and take up a lot more space, getting them shipped to New Zealand is a fucking nightmare. And that's why, just genuinely speaking, it's... Yeah, you're looking at like hundreds of dollars. Like Settlers of Catan is $100 per version of it. So base game is about $100 and each expansion's $100 off the top of my head. Like $98, I think, was what I see at Wickles. It's not cheap to be a board game nerd in New Zealand. Which upsets me. I really love like Settlers of Catan and I'd love to play it more, but like, yeah, if you're telling me to get the game to a playable state, in my eyes, you probably do need the Seafarers expansion. And outside of that, nothing really too important. Immediately, like the other ones are just nice that I've played. But basically, to play a game, I need to pay $200. And it's only for up to 4 players. If I want to get more, then I have to pay way more for the expansions to expand that shit, right? I'm not against the board games doing it. It's just rough. I don't think they're like, I think that, I don't think they're overcharging. I just think that they're expensive. And it's a suffrage of all of the systems to get them here. I hope that's understandable, right? Okay, what we should also add, because I did talk about this yesterday, so remove type, we want remove type, frame. And then I can go back to the weapon. Okay, if remove type is remove frame, then we yoink this. We're just gonna have it as that for now. I might have it manual set. We'll see. Okay. Alright. Sorry, also, again, just going through all of this stuff and thinking it all through. Because like, there's a few weapons and items that I kind of want to approach differently, and I'm trying to think the best way to do it. Oh. Okay, so we should have pathing in now. So... theoretically... I mean, there's a few options we have, how we want to approach this. Also, I feel very tired again today. Admittedly, I did stay up quite late last night watching anime and reading, but like, god damn, I was not expecting to feel this tired. I think I need to take like a rest early today. Like have a midday snooze, because I'm just genuinely feeling that shite. Have a midday snooze, then watch some more series, like watch another singular series of anime and get art done during the time. It's probably what I'm going to do for the general look of today. Sorry, just I just saw a shitty meme on Twitter. I can share it here. Bro, this emoji gets like a whole ass new dark meaning when you consider that the hand might not be his, but someone who's behind him, who's covering his mouth and jerking him off. Hell yeah. That's funny. Yeah, okay, so something I keep seeing brought up, and this is like a big thing that I feel really bad that this keeps getting brought up, but like this is something that now even Riot's like addressing pretty heavily, is the concept of like overplaying games. And I feel really bad for game developers dealing with those people. Because like, so Riot has a stance here from Riot, is it Populazers, something like that, I don't know. But so it reads, I'm really, it's a response to something clearly, but I'm really happy for your recent success, balance, and happiness. It sounds like you've had a pretty intense relationship with League. We would not recommend to anyone play League 10 plus hours a day for 10 years in a row. In fact, please don't, unless your career is directly linked to doing so, and which work less. Our stance on engagement with League is that it's healthy to take breaks for days, weeks, sometimes months. We're not a progression-oriented game in which you miss your dailies for a week, like you're just forever behind on your ability to compete. The average League player plays less than 30 hours a month, and we have no aspirations of increasing that number above 30. For 99.999% of us, League of Legends is just a game. Please, try to have fun, maintain a healthy relationship with it, and take many breaks. If you ever decide to play League again, I hope that you'll keep your competitive edge without letting it consume all of your time, because from the sound of it, you're kind of a badass. That's a lot to achieve in 8.5 weeks for anyone. Congrats. I'm assuming that this is in response to like someone hitting, I don't know, a challenger or some shit. But yeah, so like someone said here, and this is actually a really good point. So by saying that many hours a month, this means that on average, the average League player actually plays a single game a day, probably. Like an hour a day. That is really, really low when you look at some of these larger scale people. And I can attest to this, right, with Warframe. I used to play, like, I would come home from like somewhere between a 5 to 10 hour shift, and I would play for like 3-4 hours, and I would do that pretty much every fucking day. And then when it was my day off, I would play for like 5 hours easily, if not more. That is bad habit, and that is why I got burnt out with that game. I really love Warframe. I've kind of been getting back into it softly and approaching it better. But that's a point here, that like an official statement of, I mean, genuinely hearing that like players only play for about 30 hours a month on average, or less than is the big thing, right? Is a great sign that the vast majority are actually taking those breaks. It's those extreme things. And this is something that, yeah, again, plagues a lot of game industry across the board, I would argue, is so many people do end up playing games far beyond what they should be. And yeah, I just... It's upsetting. It's really upsetting because you see some people that are really good at a game and then they just get to this point where, like, they clearly don't enjoy the game anymore. And then they keep playing it out of obligation. League is something that I see that a lot with. I've seen that with Dota. I've seen it with a lot of competitive games specifically. Competitive games are really bad for that. And so are gachas, right? Because gachas, you put money in. So therefore, like, you feel the necessity to get out of it what you put in. And then you get toxicity because of that, because you're not getting out of it what you put in. Or you're not seeing it that way. And that's an issue. I mean, a very realistic discussion I will have with people is, so if we look at new character that came out, Firefly, I think that's an actually really interesting example of a character that is actually bad for whales. I do not think you go for E6 Firefly unless you want to go for E6 Firefly because you want to E6 her, not because it's good. Because her E4 is absolutely garbage. And her E6 is drastically worse than her E1 and E2. Like, genuinely, her E1, pretty fucking solid. Her E2, if you can squeak that, that's honestly worth it. But, like, genuinely, if you wanted to get a good Firefly build, get her E1 and then get her Lycone. Like, max out her Lycone. If you had to do something. Because, like, any more than that just feels really wasted. Whereas her Lycone is insanely strong and it goes up from 60 to 100% break effect. That's insane. To anyone that might not know, that's a really, really good stat on her. But that's kind of my point, right? Is it's just... That is something that's fascinating to me because, yeah, no, I would actually argue, whereas if you compare it to Acheron, Acheron's E6 changes her character and it can actually theoretically change her build. Her E2 drastically changes how her team structure is done. As someone that has her E2, it actually screws me over because if I look at like team guides and stuff like that anywhere, I have to kind of pass them through the fact that I have different team limitations. So what I mean by this is, so Acheron has, one of her traces is, if you have one or two, like, for every, sorry, how is it phrased? I can't remember. It's like, it's basically a slash between sort of thing. But so if you have one or two, other nullity characters, she gets a bonus. Her E2 is that she default gets the 2 nullity bonus if even she's only got 1 nullity other player in her team. So you can change her team comp from being 3 nullity and then like 1 support of some kind, like a abundance or a preservation, your sustainer basically, to being one additional nullity herself, discluding herself, a buffer, and then a sustainer. So what I typically run when I'm late, because I'm lazy, is I run Acheron, Silverwolf, Robin, and Aventurine. However, I see the majority of teams are basically, oh no, you run Acheron, Pela, Silverwolf, and Fushuan. And it's like, well, I already have 100% crit rate on her, so I don't really see the Fushuan benefit. Outside of better Silverwolf, I guess. Like, more directed Silverwolf targeting. Because you've got 2 quantums then, all of a sudden, so it means that you're less likely to roll a bad stat. But that's where I also come to the argument of, like, even without her E6, which, to explain this better maybe, Acheron's ultimate doesn't care about the toughness of the target. It just deals toughness damage regardless, and it will hit for electric. If it breaks, it gets a weakness break or a toughness break, whatever. Her ult means that now affects all of her damage that she does. Like, it affects her skill, which is the big thing. So it just shoots, and it increases your ultimate damage, and then it makes all of your kit ultimate damage. So it makes you really, really strong. Genuinely, the difference between a E5 and an E6 Acheron is really, really hard to compare, especially when you think about stuff like a simulated universe and the benefits you can get for ultimate damage in there from erudition, all that sort of stuff. It's very, very fascinating when you kind of think on this. But yeah, no, it begs the question of what, like, how much power is locked behind certain things. For Firefly, the fact that, like, arguably her best upgrade you can get for efficiency stuff is mainly her light cone, but like E2 being generous, right? E1 is what I would consider good, because that means that you basically turn her into Jinglue, right? In terms of where she fits in with a comp, as she uses potentially a little bit of skill points, but then doesn't need more. By doing that to Firefly, you change her from being I need a fair decent amount of skill points to I need fuck all, which makes her skill point efficient and really, really strong and really, really good. So that's something that I just find incredibly fascinating for that. I love how I got into this conversation because of League of Legends. What the fuck? My app finally saves sheep key bindings between runs. Ooh, nice. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think over gaming is what I would call it, right? I think that's probably an accurate term. Over gaming is a massive, massive issue that I've been seeing plague video game industry a lot. And I wonder if there is an answer, right? That actually begs a few questions. Because yeah, like I will openly admit, even with holocure, I'm pretty bad for that. Like I've done an excessive amount of grinding. Actually, how many hours do I have in holocure at this point? I don't think I've got that many. Let's look at the one, because obviously we've got to only go off Steam, which is a problem because that immediately is incorrect because I've played most of my time outside of Steam. Oh god. I have 53.5 hours on Steam alone for holocure. That's kind of yikes, I'll be honest. Like, that's genuinely actually concerning how many hours that is. That's... To be fair, it's not as many as I know a lot of other people might have, but to consider, and again, this is where I stress that, that's my hours only on Steam. I know that that's not even like half of my hours I've played on holocure. Yikes. And the worst part is, now I'm talking about it, I kind of want to play holocure. I'm not gonna play it on stream, not on a developing stream, because like I feel that there's a conflict of interest and may paint me worse off than I want it to, because people are just gonna immediately go, oh, you're just playing holocure, you're not actually making the game, and then when you show the game, oh, it just looks like holocure. Already got that issue enough. Hey kitty cat. What are your thoughts? You haven't got a thought behind those fucking eyes. God, that must be pleasant sometimes. What the fuck? Alright. God, I'm just getting very distracted at this point. Again, this is the problem with this, like, stage of the development, is that there's so many little things to do all over the place that I just kind of get distracted easily and bored. I prefer when I'm working on big things. I will openly admit to that. Me working on small things on stream just hurts my motivation so much, and I don't have anything big to work on at the moment, which is really irritating. I mean, I have my art to work on. Do I want to work on the art? I don't know if I want to work on art on stream though. I've said this before, I'm still kind of self-conscious about my art stuff. I tried to do the art streams at one point and I felt like I was getting nowhere. Check the Discord. What have you got? Oh god, is this like a full-on almost VTube studio level stuff that you've done with this?
Now I believe we all know where this is going.
God damn it. It's looking really impressive. Like, genuinely. That's a fucking awesome looking... You're making me want to go work on side projects with that sort of shit, man. God damn it. I'm trying not to work on too many side projects at the moment because I want to focus on getting the game further along. I want this next update out. It's been too long. You fool. I am the... I really do need to... You fool, I am the side... Yeah. Like, it doesn't help that I do have side projects that I've got listed to work on. I'm not going to share them right now, because obviously I'm not prepared to, but like... I have at least one game I want to start working on in the next, well, basically this month. And that's kind of why I want to be further along with this, because once the visual overhaul is done, we work on at least 2 characters to add additional to what we've already got. And then we rework a bunch of weapons to make them look cleaner and stuff like that. Specifically like Aura's weapon, because that one needs to be fixed up some more. It needs to be stretched out and maybe like a bit more thinner instead of its kind of stretched out in wideness. Anyway, point is that like once I get I have a list of the design stuff that I want to work on, and once I get all of that done, that's basically my list of cool, well done, you can release to Steam now, you would be happy. And then anything past that point is just general improvements to the game, adding more characters, adding more mechanics, adding more systems potentially that might be wanted, stuff like that. And that's why, like, on my end of things, I'm pretty far along with stuff. It is just, again, at the moment, it's a lot of cleanup and things. You know what, I'm going to write something really quickly while I remember. It would be in input management. Oh no, I've already done it. I don't need to worry then. Yeah, it's already in. It's because I was going to write these in quickly, but they're already in, so I don't have a reason to. But yeah, like once we get, actually no, I can show this list here. So this is my little features list that I've got. I know it's fucking bright white. I apologize for the flashbang. But like this is the stuff that I've got listed. So this is the stuff we've kind of been working on in the background. There's a few settings things here that I know how I kind of want to do them, and I will set up the functionality, but I need the settings menu to kind of have an overhaul before we do it. Yeah, flashbang. Rerolls, banishing, I have an idea of how I want to handle that stuff. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so this and these two, they're going to be setting improvements. There's a lot of settings that I want to tweak in, and these two I can talk about it. I'm working on the assets for these at the moment. I know kind of what I need to do and how I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to, as I'm doing this, I would be doing it with the intention for Steam interaction. So again, achievements would be achievements in game, but they would link with Steam. And then once all of that's done, like genuinely, I don't see anything here that isn't just like clean outside of obviously cleanup and finishing systems that are kind of partway done, like these sort of stuff of like modifiers and all that. I guess map selection. Yeah, we'll just add a write up of the maps. Yeah, no, like it's just genuinely mainly assets at this point. So yeah, no, if you thought like I do not think all of this will take that long when I can dedicate better resources and time to it. That's why at some point in time in the near future I do want to take a break from this project to refresh myself. That's why that other project we did, the hallway shooter, is so fun, because it was a breath of fresh air and it meant that I could approach this better and differently. And I kind of want to start working on, can I show this? Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, this is my little personal list of things that I'm working on at the moment, and as you can see, there's some of these are being achieved, some of them are not. I expect this is going to take a long time, but like editing, I'm ticking away at. I got to do something about that today. VTuber thing, that's progressed quite a bit along. I'm probably going to just do a PNG tuber for a while. I have the preliminary design for that as well. I just need to flesh it out and clean it up, and we can probably implement it. So realistically, it could be done in a day. So I will see about that soon. Yeah, finish the mobile game thing. We need to do the last little stretch for that. This will be funny. This I'm kind of doing. My rules on that are fairly loose. What I mean by art is it could be working on new stuff or old stuff, rework stuff, anything like that. I try and just sketch something every day. And yeah, this is the other one that the other game I want to work on. I've talked about this a few times. This is going to be one that's gonna probably be on the channel as well, and it's yeah, it's a roguelike card game that I want to work on. That I think will be interesting. Yeah, no, that's what I'd come down to the answers on that. But I'm hoping that like I can get far enough along with this game specifically that like when I start working on another game, I can come back to this and do fairly light work and it not be too bad, but also work that feels like I'm actually progressing. Because that's the thing, is at the moment I don't feel like I'm progressing. It's the problem with reworking old systems like this, is it can really dumpster your motivation because you're in the state of not going forward per se. You're like kind of steadily going to a better position, but it's at the same kind of level, maybe a little bit above, which is why, yeah, like I struggle with this, because I struggle with it mentally, because I'm just like, I'm not all that interested, I guess. It's not feeling progression is something that I've always had as a big issue for me. That's why, again, streaming's been a bit of an up and down climb with me, because like sometimes I'll see progression, personal progression in myself or in the streams, and I'm like, cool, I'm happy, that makes me feel good, and then sometimes I don't, and then I feel like shit, because I'm like, am I doing something wrong? Am I just not there with things? It's interesting, I will say, because so one thing I've been testing out is with shorts is there's a setting in it that means it will post to the subscriber list or not, and I was informed that that was a really bad thing to have checked, and I've been interested in seeing the analytics for that. So the last short that went up last night was not posted to the subscriber list. The one that was before that, which was I think a day or two, was posted to the subscriber list, and that has outperformed all the ones that haven't been posted since I've been doing it. However, I want to reserve my judgment on that until later. I also really need to pull my shit together and finish that like the 30-minute video of the pulling for Acheron. But yeah, I think I've only got 2 shorts in the queue at the moment. Yeah, only 2 shorts. So I need to work on that at some point. But yeah, no, like here. I'll show this. So this is the one that I did post to the list, and these I don't believe were, and this wasn't either. So I find that really, really interesting. I'm wondering potentially why that might be the case. Because again, like the older ones, I always posted to that list, to the subscribers list. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, other two that we've got sitting there. I'm not going to show them. You have to watch them. Fuck you. But yeah, I just find that really curious. I feel like I do need to do like a big info gathering session on YouTube information, like streaming information, YouTube information, all that sort of stuff, to see what's popular, what's interesting, instead of just relying on kind of like loose information that I pick up across the board. Because I do kind of want to commit to this a bit more as I'm moving forward, see if it is actually worth my time or not. Because again, like I kind of want to have this half year of mainly experimenting with this stuff. We'll see. I think I'm going to call it here, because I don't feel like I'm going to get any more programming done. And that's an hour and a half. I don't like that it's an hour and a half stream, but like I said, I'm feeling really tired today. And I'd like to probably take a bit of a rest. We'll see if we can have a longer stream tomorrow. Because I will have to head out and get some groceries quickly in the morning before stream. So I might be able to actually get some food as well to make myself feel a bit better. We will see. But nonetheless though, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You're awesome. Stay awesome. And I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.